Okay, here I am out by myself again. It's a good thing I don't mind talking to myself. I find myself very entertaining. It's a good thing. And it's a good thing that I'm not that sensitive. It doesn't hurt my feelings that there's nobody out here much. I'm hoping that someday somebody will come out here and talk to me, but all in due time, I guess. I have to build up an audience. I have to do advance announcements, maybe get some incredible content, and maybe some guests that will come up on the panels that will bring people in, all of that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to talk to myself because that's all I've got. Um, but, I was doing the vids with just, on various topics, and I can do that here with live, hoping that maybe people will kind of transfer over into the live mode and join me once in a while. So I'll try that and see what happens. So today I'm going to talk about diversity. And diversity, in theory, is a good thing. It would be wonderful if we could all coexist together, right? I mean, that would be just great. There wouldn't be any problems. But reality is, it doesn't work. It hasn't worked for thousands of years. I don't know what people are thinking, that they think that we're smarter than our ancestors who for thousands of years have lived in separate tribes, separate nations, because they knew they couldn't get along with different cultures. It doesn't make one culture better than another. It's just they're just different. And so they formed these nations to have like-minded people live in like-minded areas. But now we're going to just pull them all together, and yeah, and if you're looking at what's happening, not a good thing. If you're going to have diversity, the best way to do it is to do it gradually, to assimilate people in, sort of like what happened when this country was formed. Because when this country was formed, you had your Italians and your French and your Swedes and your Polish and your Russians and all of these different Irish, all these people, Scottish, came into this country. They all brought their own cultures, but they found common ground. They united as one and said, okay, this is our new country. This isn't my new country. This is our new country. And we're all going to get along and make this work. And they did. I think that was kind of unique, actually. I don't know how other countries were formed. It seemed to be like they were like, back in the olden days, they were just tribes that suddenly just built up off of each other and formed nations. But I think what was really great about the United States was that all of these different cultures came here and formed one unit. So I can see from that perspective that people might think, well, this is how this country was built. It's the melting pot. This should work. But it's not working when you do it in mass migration. Too many numbers coming in all at once. You can't assimilate that number of people coming in anywhere. Europe is just chaos over there. There's too many too soon. And not only that, but the people that are coming into these different countries, they don't want to assimilate. They don't want to be British or German or Spanish. They want to be their own culture inside a new place. And it won't work that way. I don't know what they're thinking. If they want to keep their culture, they should have stayed in their own country. I'm sorry, but it's true. There comes a point of, I feel bad for people that come from countries that are horrible countries, absolutely. But why the heck did they let their country get like that? Why didn't they do something about their country to clean it up? So they're going to bring their mess and they're going to ruin everybody else's country too? But then I blame the people on the host countries for allowing these people to destroy their countries. It's the same theory. Why do people allow decay and destruction? It's insane. But the only way that diversity works is if you gradually blend people in together and you're working towards a common goal, that you want peace and prosperity, and you just want to live and let live. You need that kind of philosophy, and you're not getting that with a lot of these people. Some of them are good people, sure, and some of them want to have a new life and a better life, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But they're doing it too quickly, too much, too soon. And if you look at what they've been doing, they've been programming us actually for a while. One thing I don't like about diversity is they are giving special privileges to these so-called minorities coming in. That's not right. Everyone should have the same rights. No group should be better than any other. And they, when they started with men wanting to be women and women wanting to be men and all of this stuff, I am totally for you living your life the way you want to live it, as long as you're not harming another person, as long as you're not forcing another person to do what you do and to live the way that you live. It should be a live and let live type of situation. And I resent giving these people, these transgenders, special privileges. It's not right. We are all Americans and we should all have equal rights. And it's not just them, it's any group that they decide should be special. No one should be special. We should all be the same, all equal. If you really want diversity to work, you have to stop this divisiveness and this race baiting and beyond insanity is when you have white people calling white people racist and hating other white people. I mean, what the freak is that? It's insane. You don't see any other culture doing that. You don't see the Muslims hating the Muslims. You don't see the Africans hating the Africans and going after each other. It's insane. It's giving me a headache just thinking about it. But diversity in itself is a fine objective, but you're going about it all wrong. And is it achievable at all? I don't even think it's achievable because there's too much violence in this world. There's too much hatred and rage. And how do you turn those people around and show them that, come in with love and charity? They don't accept it. They don't believe it. They just want to destroy. There's too much. They're broken people. They don't know how to live a decent life. It's sad. I feel bad that they've had these experiences that have made them this way. But you can't allow people like that to destroy you. It's, if you really want this goal, then you need to do it little by little, and you need to assimilate these people, and you need to show them love and compassion, but not tolerance. You cannot tolerate violence. You cannot tolerate being used and abused by these people. Everyone needs to be on an equal footing. You can't make this happen any other way. And I hope that people finally realize this, but I think, unfortunately, nations are being destroyed, and I don't think anybody can turn this around at this point. We're just going to have to ride this ride out and see where it goes from here and hope that we survive. We're on a roller coaster, and we hope that we get back into port, I don't know. Well, I'm through talking to myself. Guess I'll go do something else. Hope someday somebody will be here. You take care. Have a good night.